As I was sitting on my couch, I then heard a sharp knock on my door. I was cautious about opening it, but I peeked through the peephole and I saw Joseph. I had the latch on and closed it to open the door. "Are you here to turn me over to the police as well?" I told Joseph in a harsh tone. "No, bro. You know me by now. I wouldn't betray you. Trust." At first I wasn't too sure, but deep down I trusted him before, so I believed him. Let him inside. "Damn, bro, the whole school is talking about you and Emily. What's really going on?" I sat down trying to think of what I was going to tell him. "Is there something you're not telling me?" Joseph asked. Yes. Okay, yes, there is. What I'm about to tell you is the truth, and man, you gotta believe me on this, okay? So what happened was, before the summer break began, Emily and I were at her house. I then explained the whole story to Joseph about Emily, Lizzie, the circus, everything that turned out to be a hell trap for Emily, her sister, and I. And all he could respond with was, "Jesus Christ, David." I know. And right before you stopped by, Emily hacked my TV, and we exchanged words. Now she wants to end me once and for all. Damn. So, I guess I was right about her being a nut. He said jokingly, but right now that wasn't making me smile. Thing is, though, I don't even know where exactly. Just then we heard police sirens nearby. "Oh shit, they're coming for me," I shout, but then the police sirens. We both went outside, and to our surprise, the direction of where the police went was the college campus. "Joseph, turn on the TV, channel 11, hurry!" Just as I told him, we then saw what brought the news. "We interrupt this program to bring you this bulletin. The escaped convicts that escaped prison not too long ago had been reported, spotting at this campus right behind me. We believe Emily Bennett is leading this assault. We are now seeing the police have captured 3 of the 6 convicts, but not one of them was Emily Bennett. Hold on. We're just getting word that a fire was just lit up on the college football field. Apparently there are words in flame. It's a bit hard to read what it says. Hold on. It's becoming a bit clearer. Okay, I think it says, 'Let's finish this where it began.' Let's finish this where it began. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think it was meant for this David Guerrero," the reporter said. "Bro, do you know what that means?" Joseph said as he turned to look at me, then saw me grabbing my gear from the chest box. Unfortunately, yes. Yes, I do know. I opened up the chest box with the gear from the last fight. "Dude, you look like you're going to war." "Trust me, you haven't seen what I've seen. This will be her last fight." "Wait, where are you going?" he asked. "I know where she's going, and I know that this ends tonight." "Well, I'll call the cops to help you get her," Joseph said while getting out his phone and turning his back. I knew what I had to do so that he'd understand, 1, why I did it, and 2, maybe forgive me. "Well, then, I'm sorry, friend," I told him. "Sorry? Sorry for..." I used a sleeper hold that I learned from a friend of mine in the army. It was a quicker way than the original way, and he was out. I then geared up, got on my motorcycle, and made my way to where it all started, and where it all would end. The Oak Fairgrounds. As I got there, I saw that the burned-out grass of the Outlines tent were still there. I can still hear Uncle Joey and those freaky other clowns scream as the fiery depths of hell consumed them. I got off my bike and made my way down, and it looked like there was another outline of a circle. I continued on, now seeing Emily sitting crisscross. I walked towards her. "Oh, nice mask. Is it new? Emily asked rhetorically. We're gonna end this right now, I said. Oh, it will. It will, but what's a good fight without an audience? Emily asked. She then clapped her hands twice, and out of the shadows I saw two other people emerge. Friends of yours? I asked. You could say that, okay, but don't worry. It'll still be a fair fight. She then lit up a match and threw it on the ground. And out of the ashes, the flames formed yet another circle. A ring of fire. Clever, I told her. She cracked her knuckles, and I cracked my neck back. I then got out my old K-bar, and as she got her knife out as well, she beckoned. Does this look familiar, David? It was the knife that she used to kill Lizzie, filled with Lizzie's fated blood. And that just fumed me even more. I had one of my pistols on my side, the other was on my bike, with one bullet. I was saving it for the very end. Emily then ran towards me, as did I, and we collided. All hell broke loose as we punched and swung our knives at each other, clanging here and there, left and right. She tried to stab my eye out. When she thought she got the upper hand, I kicked her off. Emily screamed with rage in her voice, grabbing my throat, and let me tell you, she must have been doing one hell of a workout in prison, because her grip really hurt my throat. I used my K-bar to make a cut on her arm, and she let go. I could barely breathe, but I fought through it, and when things weren't bad enough, I got hit in the back of the head by an object, and I blacked out. When I came to, I knew it was one of her friends. They held me by my arms, and Emily held her knife to my throat, looking into my eyes as if she was reflecting the memories of the past. You know, David, I didn't mean what I said to you through the camera. When I did first see you all those years ago, when we were just teenagers, I thought to myself, what a loser. He'll never have any friends. But when we had to pair up in our history class, getting to know you more, I really misjudged you. You and I were so much alike. She then leaned closer. Yeah, well, now that you mention it, I did have a crush on you all those years ago. When I first saw you, and when we had to work on that project at your house, when I saw Lizzie, I thought to myself, that little girl was lucky to have a sister like her. I wish that I had a sibling. My voice cracked up because I got emotional. My life was fucked up, Emily, and you had it all. Seeing you and Lizzie happy, I wished I would have had that. And your sister looked at me, and all of us got along so well, I would have given anything to have what you had. And I mean that. Emily then lowered her knife a bit. I saw her eyes, and in that short moment, she felt as if she understood her mistakes. Emily turned away, reflecting on what I said, and for that moment I loosened my arms to swing them to the weakest part of her hand, the thumbs, and I punched the girl on the left and the right, and I get it, no punching girls, but just like the circus girl, it was necessary. Okay, quit talking shit about it, just get over it. I then used my K-bar to stab them on the neck. They bled out. Emily and I stared at each other. She had hate in her eyes as she ran towards me, trying to stab me. But I did a takedown move using a wrestling move called a spine buster. I held her arm with the knife and my knee. This is for Lizzie. And then it was over. I saw her eyes gazing into mine, and then nothing. I shut her eyes and I held her in my arms for a bit, reflecting the memories that we had together, knowing that the person I cared for such a long time was now gone. In a way, I felt like I did the world a favor by getting rid of her and yet felt sadness for what I'd done. Just then a helicopter spotlighted down on me. "You there! Stay right where you are, or we will open fire," they said through the loudspeakers. And like hell, I did, I said in my head. I made a run for it, getting onto my bike and driving off. Luckily for me, I knew the area more than the cops did because, well, they had a hard time finding me, didn't they? I went through some dirt streets that nobody knew about and cut them off from there. I had my wallet with me, so at least that was a good thing. I knew that the cops would be at my apartment, so I didn't go back there. As far as I know, it's been about 3 days as I'm saying this. They haven't found me. I'm trying to type this story in a local library. Luckily, there's no security cameras here, and I guess I can safely say that I'm now a wanted fugitive. It is what it is. I get it. I'll survive. Luckily, I have a few allies in some states I know, and well, they owe me favors from the past, so I'm sure something will work out. My name is David Guerrero. My story may have affected others as well who have had similar stories as this. Or not. Who knows? One thing is for sure, though. There is more than meets the eye. This is David Guerrero, signing off.